All right. Oh, did I hit the unmute button? Yes, I did. Okay. Hello, everybody, and how are we doing? Oh, God. It might help if I hit the right buttons here. Sorry, I was trying to be all professional and have hotkeys set up and hit the right things for at the right time for once. And I forgot that I put the mute button on my keyboard, and as I was typing, it wasn't typing M, and I couldn't figure out why because I had that set as the mute button because I'm a genius. All right, let's see here. So, pull this back up. The shenanigans of Are You from Detroit? God, that thing was so bad. Let me actually pull up Def Noodles' channel here to see, because he does have some kind of comedy show going on tonight. So we might have to pop into that, because it's supposed to be happening at 8. So we will just have to wait and see what happens. I'm super low. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me scoot forward. Okay, is that better? I have the mic volume turned all the way up. I'm just trying to mute any background noise. Is the show being streamed? Yeah, I believe it's being streamed on the podcast. I thought. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe he's only going to do the roast battles on stream. What's going on with Nick and Dustin now? Breaking up? No, they're just in they're in another fight with tea time. You know, it's a typical pastime. And it's something that happened a little like a month ago, and then some more stuff happened. So I was like, okay, I'll just put everything all into one live stream because I forgot to talk about it the first stuff when it happened. Hey, Kristen, how are you? But I also did put a mute button on, so when I hit the vape now, you guys don't have to suffer through that noise. But I figured we would continue on with the Def Noodles drama because he can't ever seem to let it go. I also do need to pull up a tweet here. Pull up Def Noodles, and who knows how many 8,000 messages he has sent since the last time. I just found Tea Time wants to deal with them. Are they cool? Or do you need to watch an exposed video before I become a viewer of theirs? I mean, I always just say, you know, if it's somebody, you know, I always tell people do their own research. I mean, there's people who love Tea Time. There's people who don't love Tea Time. I mean, I've had an issue with Tea Time in the past, but I mean, I don't really hate anybody except for like one channel that's no longer around. But I mean, everybody has different tastes in what they like for their channels. So just because one person doesn't like someone doesn't mean that everybody won't, if that makes sense. Oh my god, my internet is being so slow today. Okay, so I'm just scrolling through here to try to find the tweet that goes along with this video, and then we will get started. I had it pulled up, but then when I did my stream the other night, I had to close like all the windows, and I had like 30 some tabs open, so I just went through and I just did some screen captures instead of leaving up all the windows because it'd probably break my computer with how old it is. It might be easier if I just search for this actually. I really like their vibe, but I feel like such a dope for watching someone that a few days later I'm recommending an exposed video that shows them to be this horrible person. It's exhausting. Well, I guess that's just the drama community in general.
And here's my question.
Oh my gosh. Stop playing. Okay. I mean, there's going to be an exposed video on like every drama channel. So many people in the thumbnail. Well, Angelo, I have to get everybody in the thumbnail. I mean, I was going to also talk about Moist Critical as well as with the Def Noodles situation, but then I was like, that's one more person to add to the thumbnail. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. But hey, I filled up this space. Okay, perfect. So we have that. I have Def Noodles channel loaded up to see if he actually goes live or not. Moist Critical is, I believe it also, his name's Charlie, I think, or also like Penguins Zero. He does like reaction type comment about stuff. You could call him a commentary channel, a reaction channel. I mean, he does a bunch of different stuff on his channel. So I don't really know what label you'd put him in, but he has like 11 million subscribers. You're welcome, American Princess. All right, so the guy with the long hair. Yes, the guy with the long hair. So if you don't know what is going on with Peter Monn and Def Noodles and how we got to the point where Def Noodles was dragging Peter Monn, basically what happened was, you know, Def Noodles was trending on Twitter, and once you're trending, people are going to pay attention. And Peter Monn has talked about Def Noodles in the past, and with us all being in the relative same space, drama, commentary, whatever, even though Def Noodles, I don't know what he considers his channel anymore. Apparently it's a comedy channel and not a commentary channel or a tea channel. But Peter Monn made a video about the situation that's going on with Def Noodles when everything started happening. And in that video, if you actually watch the full video, he offers him some advice where he's basically like, hey, you know, you're trying to be a comedian. Maybe you need to get yourself a mentor because what you're saying isn't coming off on how I believe you're intending it to. Like, you're trying to come off as funny, but clearly you need some kind of mentor because clearly people aren't getting your jokes. So maybe you can take some of that advice. And then he also did bring up Ethan. He's like, where's Ethan? Why isn't Ethan having your back? Like, you had Ethan's back. And so, of course, in typical Def Noodles fashion, he just takes a portion of the video and shares it, and doesn't share any of the other things that Peter says in his video because he loves to take things out of context. So Def Noodles shared what we're gonna see now. Let's see here, where's this? Okay, so we'll pull this up. Oh gosh, that is huge. This one? There we go, we'll do that one. Okay, and hide this. So Def Noodles shared this tweet with the following video of Peter Monn. It's a disaster. That's what his channel's become. Mentoring would help him. I mean, it could. Hey, Crystal. So Def Noodles tweeted out, "This is the corniest shit. Yes, I'm friends with Ethan, but we're independent people. I do not represent his podcast, and I can fight my own battles. Attack me all you want, but leave my friends alone. They have nothing to do with any of your dramatic BS. Mad corny." And then shared the following video.
And here's my question, too. He's so quick to defend, you know, Ethan Klein and H3 and all that kind of stuff. Where was Ethan Klein last night? Where has Ethan Klein been in the downfall of Def Noodles? Where has Ethan Klein been for his little butt? And here's my question, too.
And like that's all that he shares. And here's the thing is that when anything goes on with Ethan, it seems like Def Noodles is the first one to jump out there and put any kind of positive vibes Ethan's way or to defend him. And he's saying that you're independent people, but yet you are offering your support to him and he's not offering support to you. So that's why people are like, I thought you were friends. Why is your friend not standing up for you? He gave good advice. Def should have listened not to drag him. Peter is so kind when he talks about people in his videos. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't mean or anything in the video. He was just trying to offer some constructive criticism, which we all know Def Noodles cannot take constructive criticism. So, of course, he goes on and retaliates this way. And it's like, dude, what? Like, it wasn't that deep, but you are constantly out here defending Ethan, and Ethan, in his response, basically just said, well, everyone's dogpiling on you and he doesn't want to pile on top of it. To me, sounds like he wouldn't be saying the nicest things about him then, because if you're going to speak about him, like, why wouldn't you try to uplift your friend or defend your friend? Like, you wouldn't be dogpiling on top of that. You would be saying your piece, your side. And so I'm just like, his choice of words are a little weird. Like, if everyone's dogpiling on your friend, wouldn't you want to help them? But, I mean, let's be honest. We all know that the H3H3 fans, like, dictate basically what Ethan does at this point. It's like he's scared of his own audience. I mean, his audience will cancel him faster than anybody else will, so I'm surprised they haven't canceled him for not speaking out about Def Noodles. I'm guessing she doesn't know the response is out yet. She said that she wanted to cover both documents at the same time. Def Noodles complaint and Keemstar's response at the same time. Who are you talking about, American Princess? Oh, did they release some more information? Did something else come out about the lawsuit? Shouldn't the roast have started? Let's check out here. See, I don't know if he's streaming this one, because the actual roast battle, hey Lily, the actual roast battle happens on the 2nd. So that's going to be next Friday. I don't think he's going to put his actual, I don't think he'd put it on his actual channel. No. Because, I mean, if he didn't put his roast battle on there, why would he put this on there? So I don't think that he's going to put the show tonight on the live stream. I honestly don't at this point. I thought it was at 11. Well, wasn't it? I thought it was, is it not 8 p.m. Pacific? Let's go back here. Scroll down. There's got to be something. First stand-up featuring some of LA's best headliners at the club. Okay, I don't think that he has some of LA's best headliners, but I mean, I could be wrong, but unless we have a chance to view it. Friday, August 26th, 8 p.m. Yeah, so it started at 8. So I'm guessing that it's not being streamed. I thought the Def Noodles said he wasn't going to be covering the news anymore. Is that true? The news or drama? What? Like, are you talking about like drama related or like actual news related? Let's put out a tweet here. I gotta be careful going on to like actual Twitter when I'm live because I don't trust what people are gonna be putting on here. Never trust people on Twitter. So I'll have to wait and see if I get any kind of reply or anything to my tweet. I also love the idea of a roast theater for like YouTubers, and I generally love to see it take off, but he's willing to read the room and adapt, not crumble. I mean, but the thing is, with all of the YouTubers going to the next one, the thing is, like, there's some people who want him to fail. Like, I was expecting it to be bad, but I figured, it would be semi successful. Uh, but I feel like what he was hoping for too was that YouTubers would actually go to the battle to battle him to make it more of a legitimate situation or event that is going on. And really that's what's happening with this next one, because there's plenty of YouTubers that are going that are going to legitimize it more. So it's going to be more successful. Oh, your mic is a bit low. Okay, I'll pull it forward a little bit more. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to adjust the settings. I could probably actually turn this up. Turn that up a little bit. Maybe you can get some better sound there. Let me know if it gets too loud. He said he wanted to get away from drama, but he's not doing it. Well, and he says that he's going to slowly transition away from drama. But, I mean, that transition apparently has already been taking place over the past few months. So, I don't know what he's trying to do as far as get away from the drama when literally all he talks about drama. Is he putting it in his Patreon so he doesn't get in trouble? I mean, he could be putting drama stuff on his Patreon, but I honestly, I don't know. I don't know why doing drama would be getting him in trouble. I mean, he's made multiple videos about the same person over and over and over again. I mean, just like we all do, but when different things come out and you're talking about different situations, then you're going to talk about the same person. Like, I'm not just talking about the Def Noodles roast battle now. I'm talking about what has happened since then because of the situation that happened with Peter Monn. So am I talking about Def Noodles again? Yes, of course. But it's about a different topic. It's not like I'm harping on the same thing over and over again. I feel like he gets stage fright because he's so confident to call people out online, but does this roast and bombs? Yeah, that could be. I think he may be streaming the roast on Patreon. Oh, I see. Nah, he could be, but I'm not paying anywhere between $5 and $50, whatever it requires to watch that. Are you excited for the KSI fight? Do you want Deji to win? I don't really follow the boxing stuff, but I did see some tweets about it, and everyone's like, no, Deji's not going to win. Everybody's like going for Fuzi. So, I mean, I'm not like a huge sports person, so I don't really follow all that stuff. But, I mean, maybe one day I'll watch one of them, but I'm just like, meh. I don't need to watch people hit each other in the face. They do it online enough for me to watch for free without having to pay for it. Okay, well, we'll refresh this one more time and then we'll go to Peter's video. Yeah, I don't think he's going to stream it. So after Def Noodles put out that tweet about Peter Monn then decided that he was going to make a full dedicated video to Def Noodles and just drag him back and forth across the internet. You're not a sports person? Yeah, I know, Angelo. It's shocking. I'm not a sports person. Did you watch that? Did that Twitch streamer really have sex? Yes. They got caught having sex on stream and are banned for 7 days because of it. But the thing that is going on Twitter right now is that Gideon has a permaban for raiding Pokimane and having his chat put L plus ratio in the chat, and it's considered a hate raid because they did that, and he is permabanned from Twitch. But this person who got caught having sex on Twitch was banned for 7 days. So, yeah, I think Twitch has some explaining to do there. And then also, someone threatened to shoot up the Twitch headquarters and got banned for 30 days. Not permabanned, just banned for 30 days. So, Twitch has a lot of explaining to do. A lot. What do you think of Andrew Tate's banning from everything? I mean, I really don't care if Andrew Tate's banned from things or not. Like, I get that people are like, well, there's two sides. You have your freedom of speech side, and he should be able to say what he wants, which I believe is correct. Like, you're going to suffer the repercussions from what you say. And then you have people saying, well, if he doesn't have a platform to speak on, then he won't have people following him. And the thing is, though, is that he will find some kind of platform to speak on, whether it's Twitch, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, whether it's True Social. He will find some kind of way to reach out, whether it's his own website, whether it's message boards. There's plenty of ways to reach out to people, to talk to them, to get them to hear what your story is or what you have to say. But if it's not on something like a mainstream platform that you can instantly go onto that same platform and see the counter arguments to what's being said, then everything's kind of being done out of the eye of a majority of people. So it's still going to be happening, but I just feel like if it's not on a main platform, it's a lot harder to go and to actually search out the opposite side. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Because if you search on YouTube, Andrew Tate is awesome, and then you search Andrew Tate sucks, you're going to be able to find both sides. But if you're on some kind of message board that is related to some topic that he wants to talk about, you're not going to find probably as much negativity towards him, because these are going to be all people that are thinking the same. So, I don't know. I just feel like you get a little bit more pushback on larger platforms. He shouldn't be banned. He should be allowed to speak. Well, and on top of that, too, I mean, like I said, people are going to find him no matter what. But people can argue, like, well, he's spreading a bad message. Like, well, yes, but then people are countering his message. And for some people, they're making good money and good content off of talking about him. My son's favorite streamer got some emotes deleted because they said it's sexual content, and it's just like L and F. Oh, okay. Twitch is getting a little ridiculous with its bans and stuff that's going on. But all right, you guys, let's go ahead and get on into Peter's video. Let me know if this is too loud too, and I can adjust it.
How are you guys doing today? Oh my god. Okay, before we get into this video, well, I have several announcements to make, but the first one is I'm really nervous about making this video, and I'll tell you why.
Sorry, I have it on. I was watching videos earlier. Let's put it on 1.25. I think 1.5 is probably a little annoying for people.
I'm nervous for the fact that I'm not sure if clips of this video are going to show up on Def Noodles' Twitter thread with the world's most engagement of any Twitter thread in the world. So
not the world's most engagement of any Twitter thread in the world. I mean, Def Noodles is like, yeah, that my Twitter's had like tens of millions of impressions because our roast battle was so successful. It's like, no, you're getting tens of millions of impressions because people are saying how terrible your roast battle was and how terrible of a person you're acting like. But okay, go off, whatever you say, Def.
I'm like, I hope I look good. Do I look okay today? I'm like, I hope I look good so that when he takes my clips and puts them on his thread over there, that I look okay, because that's what happened over the weekend. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But the other announcement that I have to make is that I want y'all to know that I've been working really hard for the last month, and that I built a comedy club in my house. No, I did. True story. I know it's hard to believe, but I built a comedy club, okay? And by building a comedy club, what I mean is that I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I bought these 2 new plants, okay?
Oh, Peter, oh my God. Peter's building a comedy club. He's got some plants. I mean, he's got probably more decorations in his comedy club than Def Noodles has in his, but yeah.
because my plants were dying. So I bought this cactus, and that's going to kind of give us the desert feel of, you know, Los Angeles. And then I bought this plant right here, okay? And so there's new plants, and it's kind of like new guests at the comedy show, see? So welcome to Peter's comedy show. I hope that you enjoy it. But anyway, today we're going to talk about Def Noodles and how Def Noodles came for me. Okay, it was really funny, actually, to me. People started tweeting this to me, and they're like, did you see that Def Noodles subtweeted you? And I was like,
I love, too, how he did just, I mean, we all know who Peter Monn is, or if you're in the drama commentary community, you know who Peter Monn is, because Peter Monn has been around forever. But the fact that, one, why did you put a tweet out about Peter Monn? Because a lot of people love Peter Monn. I'm sure there's Peter Monn haters out there. Not everybody is squeaky clean. Everybody has a past. Everyone's had issues in the past. So everybody's not perfect. But a lot of people love Peter Monn. And so for you to try to call out Peter Monn was going to send a lot of hate your way. So I would assume that he did it on purpose to get more engagement, knowing that people were going to start commenting underneath of it. Because a lot of the comments were like, what we're not going to do is talk about Peter Monn and keep Peter Monn's name out your mouth. But it's like, if you're going to then also use a clip from somebody, at least have the balls to tag him in it. Why wouldn't you at Peter Monn? Why'd you just share a clip from his video, not at him?
no, I didn't see this. And so I went over, and what was so funny about this was the mass support on Def Noodles' Twitter, where he posted about me, the mass support for me. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody that said, what we're not going to do is come for Peter Monn. I appreciate that so much. I felt so loved. I never knew that I was going to feel so loved in a roast by Def Noodles, if that's what it was supposed to be, a roast. I don't know. But I do want to talk about this tweet that he put out in a second. First, second, third? No, I want to talk about that in a second. But before I do, there's kind of like two important things that I want to talk about that he has addressed. One, I think, today, and the other a couple days ago. So, because they're more serious things, and then we'll get to the fun. We'll get to the SHI toots and giggles here in a second, okay? But the first, the corny of it all, because I've been accused of being real corny. I never said I wasn't, okay? I mean, I think anybody that's watched me for a long time.
I mean, if Peter is anything, he's definitely entertaining. And is he corny? He absolutely can be. And that's his whole gimmick, is that he's supposed to be fun and likable. Like, so I mean, he might think, or Def Noodles might think it's corny, but a lot of people like it. And I mean, more people are watching Peter's content than yours, Dennis, just saying.
I think I've even called myself corny before. But anyway, I feel like that's kind of a term of endearment. Honestly, I like being called corny. So anyway, I mean, corny is better than being the worst comedian in the world, right? At least if you're corny, you kind of got a few jokes.
Oh my God. Oh, Peter calling him the worst comedian in the world. I mean, but is he wrong, though? Is he wrong?
Like, hey. So anyway, because that's what he called me, corny. Mad corny, actually. But anyway, the first thing I wanted to address was the fact that Def Noodles got banned from Twitch. Now, apparently, this is a temporary ban, and it's because he was, like, live streaming his comedy show. I put that in parentheses because I don't know what this...
And as soon as he announced that he was going to live stream that comedy show, I had a feeling it was going to get banned, because I was like, it's a comedy show. Comedians usually don't have a filter unless he tells them to not say specific things. I had a feeling somebody was going to drop a word that is not acceptable to be said on Twitch, and they did, and he got banned. Which, of course, then he turns into this whole orchestrated effort that people are trying to get him banned from Twitch by reporting his channel. Were there people reporting his channel? I'm sure there were, but the reason that you got banned is because your comedian said a bad word on your Twitch. I watched a video today where a YouTuber interviewed a guy in the actual comedy roasting scene who had met Dennis before doing stand-up. Oh, really? From CJ Brown, called Roast Battle Expert Explains Why Def Noodles Failed. Interesting. Okay, we might have to go check that out. I will always love Peter. I don't care what anyone says. He's actually clever and naturally funny. Agreed.
Point what it was, okay? It just was a bunch of people standing on stage. Are you from Detroit? I mean, it was so cringe and so embarrassing, but you can go watch my last two videos, because to be honest with you, in all sincerity, put the last truth of Wonder Woman around me, I honest to God never thought that I would make 3, let alone 1 Def Noodles videos, but here we are, okay? You poke the bear, and you know what you do when you poke the bear, you get the bear, okay? And here you go. So you're getting the bear today. So, and somebody tweeted out, actually, they commented
Sorry, I forgot I hit the mute button. Um, I'm a professional, you guys. I am a professional. Okay. I am a professional. Um, I wanted to pull up real quick to see if he was live on his Twitch, to see if his Twitch got unbanned. And he went live on Twitch for the comedy show tonight, but he did not, or it's not live now. So that's what I was basically saying. Sorry, you guys, I'm a professional YouTuber. Like, I was just doing that to test, to make sure that you guys would actually tell me that I was muted. Okay. Okay. That's what I was doing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
On my video, and they said, hold on a second, I thought this was so sweet. They said, I personally would love to hear the shadier side of Peter. I think we all need that. So stay tuned, because today you're going to get that a little bit. But anyway, this part isn't. This part is more serious. So in his comedy show, there was a comedian, and she stood on stage, and she shouted out the F slur, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the F slur that I have heard many times in my life, okay? Many times in my life. So that was supposedly why he got banned on Twitch.
And technically, when she originally said it, that was when she was doing the roast battle with that other guy. When she said it, she's like, I'm sure your pride parade is just like you, like, walking down the street screaming the F word. And that's basically what got him banned. She did, again, scream it later on, just randomly. But I know that there's been, I believe in Moist Critical's video, he got that wrong, which, I mean, I'm sure he didn't really care to go back and watch the stream again and everything. But that's what led to the ban, was her saying it during her roast battle with that other guy. And then again, she shouted it later on, but semantics, I guess.
He's saying that it's because all these people were contacting Twitch and telling Twitch that, you know, this happened on there and whatever. So he comes out and he says, now I'm not going to say her name, she can stay anonymous for all this, the comedian so-and-so who made the joke. Okay, so this is what happened. Somebody tweeted out, I mean, you organized a show you planned on streaming online. You could have reminded people not to use slurs.
100% he could have, but then, I mean, does he want to censor people's comedy? I mean, I feel like if anything is up for a comedic interpretation, no matter what the actual subject matter is, according to Def Noodles, everything can be funny. Do you then have the right to censor what people say? And you can tell them not to say something, but when you're in a setting and you're doing like a comedy roast or something and you're in your element, you're going to just say whatever comes to your head because that's what you're used to doing. You're not used to like live streaming it on a platform where you have to watch what certain words you say. So even if he did warn people not to say certain words, I don't think it would have mattered because something probably would have slipped anyways.
If Tate gets banned on Facebook and IG, and now TikTok permanently, for violating their rules, Twitch can suspend you for violating the rules. Maybe stop blaming others for your actions, okay? Well, he retweets this and he says, the comedian, so-and-so, who made the joke that got me banned is gay. If gay comedians get punished for making jokes about themselves, then it's clearly a targeted attempt to silence them. I think the broader conversation should be about how LGBT comedians are being silenced.
But doesn't matter if she's gay herself. That word, according to Twitch, is not allowed on their platform. Just like there's been people that have been removed from the platform for saying the N-word and they're black and they get removed and suspended from Twitch. So Twitch just doesn't play when it comes to words. They're like, no, you can't say that. Marilyn, this is in response to what Def Noodles shared in his tweet. Oops. Actually, Def Noodles. Actually, can I just search? Where it said, this is the corniest shit. Yes, I'm friends with Ethan, but we're independent people. I do not represent the podcast. I can fight my own battles. Attack me all you want, but leave my friends alone. They have nothing to do with any of your dramatic BS, mad corny. So That's what Def said about Peter. I don't think he's said anything else since then. I haven't seen anything else. Hey, Peyton.
And that might be true. I actually follow a lot of LGBT comedians that have gotten their start since TikTok and things like that don't find the need to fall back on using derogatory slurs. And I'm not really sure what's funny about that. I definitely don't think it's funny just to yell it off of a stage. I don't find it funny, and I'm not sure if you know this, Dennis, because I don't think that you identify as part of the LGBT community, so I'm not really sure why you're trying to educate the LGBT community on being part of the LGBT community. It's really
exactly.
Not your place, okay?
100%. 100%. Like, this has nothing to do with Def Noodles. Like, don't even, like, be trying to fight battles that you're not a part of, Dennis. Like, it's ridiculous. Did you change something with your video or light? So my light apparently stopped working in my room. It was flickering, so I only have the ring light on right now, so I don't have any extra light, so...
But just so you know, there is homophobia that exists within the LGBT community, all right? And I'm not down with anybody in the LGBT community yelling that slur at me, whether it's on a stage, in a Twitch stream, or where else. I don't think that's cute. Now, there are a lot of people that believe that that's taking that term back and they're having power over it, and that's their business, okay? But don't be yelling that from me from a stage. And furthermore, to me, this is really not so much about her as it is that he didn't set appropriate boundaries for his own show, number one. And number two, he is trying to educate the LGBT community on what is okay and what is not okay about, and wanting to have a broader conversation about this.
Yeah, I mean, he could have told them, again, I don't know, not to say certain things, but it doesn't mean they're going to listen. And yeah, I don't believe that Dennis is the person who should be trying to educate people on situations in the LGBTQIA plus community. Like, you're not a part of the community. It's not your place, Dennis.
Who are you wanting to have a broader conversation with this about? Because I don't think you're the person to be initiating this conversation. I really don't, okay? I think if there are members of the LGBT community that want to have this conversation, I think that's their place 100%. But I think maybe this is one where you need to bow out, okay? This is one where you just...
Period, 100%. 100%.
Need to take the L and say, I got banned from Twitch. In the future, I'll have some boundaries. Maybe I'll have a contract that my comedians sign, because that would be professional if you want to have a professional comic show. You know, maybe I'll ask them not to use certain terms and things like that. But don't come out here and try to educate somebody that has literally lived their entire life having those slurs slung at them, okay? And when you go over and you read the thread on Twitter where he posted this, there are a lot of people that are part of the LGBT community that are like, Dennis, this is not cool, okay? Like, seriously, what is going on here that you can't just... And this is where it's not just about you're not a comedian, okay? Or your content isn't doing well, or what is going on with your channel. This is where overall, anything, you literally are unteachable.
He cannot take criticism at all, ever. Even when he's called out for things that he's doing wrong, he can't take the criticism. He tries to make some kind of joke about it, or he tries to get on some soapbox and be like, oh, well, this is a broader conversation we need to have. It's like, no, you need to learn how to take some criticism, because you literally can't take any. You're like a child who thinks they're always right, and you're not right.
Cannot take any criticism whatsoever and learn from it and just say, yeah, that was really a bad move. Like, that was really not cool that happened, right? And I don't support that, you know? I just don't think that that's cool at all, period. That's all you had to say. The other thing I thought was interesting was, I was looking through his Twitter today. We're going to get to this in a second because
Exactly, Peyton, 100%. Dennis just deflects from the situation as a whole. Yeah. He tries to make some kind of joke out of it, not address it, and doesn't want to talk about it, or doesn't want to talk about it. Most straight men can't take criticism. I mean, I don't hang around a lot of them, Buttercup, so I'll take your word for it.
Was going to talk about his memes here in a second. But I was looking through his Twitter today, and he tweeted this thing out, this meme, and he said, it's a meme of a roast with his face on it, okay? And he said, we're live talking about my Twitch ban and respond, I don't have my reading glasses on, even though I'm holding them in my hand, responding to the backlash from the roast, okay? Well, when you go underneath here, I didn't watch it. I'm done watching 2 hours of Dennis spout out how smart he is about the world and the world of comedy, okay? He doesn't know anything about comedy. If he did, that show would have gone off without a hitch.
I mean, he's so quick to say, like, oh, you need to read this comedy book, or I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've been doing comedy skits since I was 17, and I directed my first, like, skit when I was 5 with my sister or cousin or something. It's like, dude, just because you've been doing it for 20 years, have you been doing it successfully? No. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get different results. And you're not getting different results. You're getting the same result, which is not going further in that career. So clearly something's not working for you.
Show is a complete disaster. You're the last person to be educating anybody about comedy. And instead of tweeting out in defense of your friendship with Ethan Klein, had you actually watched my entire video, what you would know, Dennis, okay, and what your mother's mother would know, and what your mother's mothers would know, okay, is...
Oh, giving us a little Julia Sugar Baker there. Deflection noodles, yeah. It should definitely ain't funny noodles. I do, and as a cis woman, it's annoying to date. They just get so defensive like Dennis. Okay. Not the great grandma, right? And that, Marjorie, was the night the lights went out in Georgia. I don't know if anybody else knows that here, but that's the reference that I was getting from that. It was so uncomfortable. I couldn't even laugh at how badly he was bombing. I was just so embarrassed for him. Yeah. I mean, our stream was pretty funny, though. If you guys were there for the stream, I mean, we were all laughing.
That I actually gave you some really good advice. And I said, find yourself a good mentor. Find somebody that you can follow around that actually has some comedic value and is known as a really valuable comedian and a really talented comedian. Ask them for help, you know? Ask somebody that has a comedy show or a comedy store and say, can I follow you around for 2 weeks or 3 weeks because I want to build a really good comedy show? You know, can I follow you around as a comic and you can show me what you do and how you write jokes and how you roast people? Because obviously I don't get it and I need help. That's called being mentored, okay? That's called being an apprentice. But you're above all that, aren't you?
Yeah, he thinks he's God's gift to comedy and he's the funniest person alive. So he doesn't need a mentor. He doesn't need to take advice. He knows what he's doing, just not successfully. Miss Sugarbaker, designing women, OMG, yeah, right. Showing my age a little bit there, but it's fine. Unlike Def Noodles, I don't lie about how old I am. Yeah, he talked himself up so much to just bomb. He needs to read a book. I mean, he said that he's read all these comedy books, and he'll offer you some comedy book suggestions if you want to read. Are you from Detroit? What do you think? No. Oh my god, that was so funny. That was such a good joke. Has he been pretty silent after the show? I mean, he's done a couple of podcasts here. What is it? All my friends left me and my life is falling apart. He did that one, then the one right after where he got banned on Twitch. And then I haven't watched this one yet. It's like everyone loves Def Noodles, and it's just some like 8-minute video. But literally the last 3 videos on his main channel have been about the drama, and of course the last 2 videos on his podcast channel have been about the drama. So he's literally just talking about himself at this point. I mean, but he does love himself.
But you didn't even make it to that part of my video where I actually gave you some sincere, genuine advice because you got so hung up on the fact that I'm mad corny over the fact that you were defending your friendship with Ethan Klein. I never came for your friendship with Ethan Klein. What I came for was the fact that you kissed that man's ASS left and right, and he hasn't stood up for you at all. In fact,
100%. 100%. Like, he'll do anything for Ethan, and Ethan doesn't even stand up for him at this point. He's the new Trisha Paytas. I don't think he has I don't think he has the skin to be Trisha Paytas. Like, there's no way he'd be able to do this for years. I mean, Trisha's been doing what she's done for the past 15 years. So I don't think that he has the skill or the thick enough skin to do Trisha Paytas. His drama is getting him views. Yeah, I mean, his drama is the only thing that's getting him views. Like, I mean, out of all these, okay, the actual roast battle has 61,000. I think that's probably like the most viewed thing on his channel. 69, his first podcast is the most viewed. So second most viewed is the roast battle. But then 8,400, 7,600 out of all of them, except for, again, everybody hates Def Noodles, so more stuff about his drama. The rest of his podcasts aren't really doing that well. It's just the drama ones about himself that's getting him views. Wait, Def Noodles is a comedian? That's news to me. Yeah, Lily. Breaking news. He's a comedian. He used to make fun of people's haircuts. Now his looks like a bird's nest. This is the funniest joke. Or his funniest joke is when he said he was a comedian. I don't know what compelled him to keep talking about Ethan even after H3 community dropped him. I just wonder if he didn't want the H3 fans to come after him. And so he tried to stay on Ethan's good side to not have them turn against him. Because if you're supporting Ethan, then they're not going to come at you. But as soon as you turn away from Ethan, then they'll definitely drop you.
What he has said, I have been told by other people that have listened to his podcast regularly, is that he has said he's not going to dogpile on you because you're getting a lot of crap from everybody right now, which I think is very nice, okay? But that he doesn't support anything that you're doing on Twitter right now.
Yep, that's your friend. As you said in your tweet, they don't come for my friends. But that's how your friend's treating you? Your friend's not standing up for you? And they're saying that they don't support you? It's got to hurt a little bit, right?
There you go. Take it from that man that you look up to so much, right? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I go in here and I look at this Twitter, right? Which I found out I look under this tweet and I find out some interesting information about these memes. He's been posting these memes left and right, okay? All these memes he's been posting. Well, at first I thought if you spend as much time, writing your comedy and your roast as you did on Adobe, making up these memes, then maybe your comedy show would have gone off without a hitch.
I mean, he's got a point there. He's got a point, but I mean, he stole all these memes, and there's actually an artist that is telling him to take down his meme that he made, take down his art that he used to promote his show, and he's threatening him with legal action if he doesn't take that post down because he stole this person's artwork and used it without credit. And it wasn't just like, a meme thing. It was literally to promote the show, which I think is the issue there.
If you spend as much time writing jokes as you did making these memes, maybe your jokes would be funny. I don't know. Are you from Detroit? So anyway.
Not that I think that everyone's going to be using the "Are you from Detroit" thing for a long time when they talk about Def Noodles. Like, it's just so bad.
I go into there, and the first thing I find out is that, number one, he's stealing these memes from somebody else that's posting them. Okay, there's somebody that's apparently a troll, as he would call it, or a fake fan, and they're making these memes, and then he's just taking them and posting them on his thing, not giving any credit, not saying anything, not saying, oh, this troll is coming for me with this meme or whatever, okay? And I went and looked, and you can see on this person's account, just go underneath his latest tweet where he has the roast. You can see it all there. I don't know if they want to be shouted out, so I'm not going to shout them out. But you can see where they say underneath here, hold on a second, I screenshot it.
100%, Alan. Peter roasted Def Noodles better than anyone in that roast fest. 100%. 100%.
But if you go down, it says something to the effect of, I don't care if they, you want the images I make, but you don't want what I have to say above them, right? So basically saying, I'm making these images, and you want to take the images, but you don't want to address what I'm actually saying about these things, right? Okay, that makes a lot of sense, and somebody in here says this is basically art thief, is what it is. So I don't know about all that. But what was interesting was the same exact person posted underneath here this clip of Dennis in this live stream talking about making comic jokes about SA, and I was like, oh, this is going to be really good. Let's hear what Dennis has to say in defense of all this, right? Of his history with Papa Gut and all of this stuff. Let's hear what he has to say about this, because it's like just a really short clip. And basically what he says is, there is nothing that you can't make a joke out of as long as you do it through the eyes of comedy, okay?
Which I can agree with. Like, you can make a joke about everything. One, if it's done the correct way and in a comedic manner, but not everybody's going to think it's funny, and it could also trigger somebody if it's a sensitive topic.
Okay? And that he never comes for the victim, he never comes for the act, that he always kind of makes a joke about the perpetrator, right? And that's where the joke lies. Well, Dennis, I'm not sure if you know this. I don't know if you have any friends that have suffered SA, or if you actually talk to people outside of people that kiss your ASS and are a bunch of yes men and tell you what you want to hear, not what you want to hear, what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, like I said in my video the other day, okay? But when people that are, have gone through SA and they hear jokes about it or whatever, or shows, the reason why there are trigger warnings on TV shows about these kinds of things, or trigger warnings even in books, or trigger warnings anywhere, is because to hear about that, to talk about it, even in a manner of joking, is to relive the experience to a manner that is triggering for them to experience, where it feels like they're going all through it all over again. Not for every one of them, but maybe for some of them, okay? And I'm confused, just like with the LGBT situation. Why are you the person that thinks that you are the expert to be talking about making jokes about SA? I'm really unclear about this, okay?
Yeah, I agree with Peter. Like, I'm unclear why he thinks that he's the spokesperson for this. Beauty Demon said, it's also easy to just not joke about SA. A good comedian would be funny without that. That is true as well, Beauty Demon. Like, you don't need to be joking about serious topics like that, but can somebody make jokes about that and make it funny? Yes, it does happen, but at the same time, some people will find it funny and some people will find it offensive. Because if you've gone through something like that, it most likely will hit you differently than it does hit somebody else. And so it might bring up some triggering, there might be a triggering topic for anybody who's been involved in that situation. So I can definitely see where Peter's coming from as well.
And I talked about this the other day, about the show Hacks, I think it was on HBO Max, and the whole show is about Jean Smart basically turning her life experience into her comedy routine, right? Like, why is it that Dennis's comedy is all about other people's life experience, never talking? Somebody the other day said, why do you always talk about, like I had said something in my video the other day about when I was 37 years old, I had been through 2 long-term relationships, I had resigned from a 13-year career. I had my master's degree. I was sober for 15 years. People were like, there was a couple people that were like, why do you always bring that stuff up? Because it's pertinent, okay? It's pertinent when you're taking a look at, well, this is all going on, and he's over here acting like he's 12 years old, and I had lived a life by then. And I'm not saying that I'm any great thing. There's a lot of people that have lived further lives than me. There are a lot of people that by the age of 25 have served their country that do not act as immature as Dennis is acting at 37 years old, okay? There are a lot of people that have been married and had kids and have been through divorces and have been through horrible tragedies in their lives and abuse that haven't acted the exact same way that Dennis is acting, not even a fourth of the way, not even an eighth of the way, right? So where is your life experience, Dennis, in the comedy that you make?
And I agree with Peter. Like, Dennis acts like a child. He's acting like a child. He's acting like he's in his early 20s, like at this point. And a lot of good comedy comes from somebody's personal experience. And where are the jokes about himself and the things that he's been through? Like, I don't get any of those jokes coming through. I know that he said at one point that 3 years ago he was pouring on food stamps. Like, where's some comedy from that? Like, why can't you incorporate that into some of your routine, your stand-up, your show, or whatever? But he doesn't share any of his own experiences like a normal comedian would. So I don't get that. Like, draw off your own experiences and make it funny.
That's all I'm asking, right? Like, why is it always having to take off of somebody else's comedy and then educating the world on how you make comedy out of the stories of SA? That's really not your story to tell, and how to make comedy off of somebody sitting on a stage yelling out the F slur. That's really not your story to tell. That's really not yours to accept, and definitely not the apology to accept. I'm sorry, and I don't accept it. So there you go, okay? So let's get to the tweet that Dennis made about me. So Dennis put up this this video clip of me that somebody else had posted, and it was me talking about Ethan Klein, and it was like, where I was like, and where's Ethan Klein in all of this, and blah, 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 whatever, and I was like, why hasn't Ethan Klein come up? Now, the thing is that Dennis chose to only use part of this clip. He didn't show the whole thing. He didn't show the whole clip of me talking about this where I wasn't really coming for him at all. I just...
Surprise, surprise, it's a Def Noodles specialty where he clips everything out of context. I mean, he's done it to Nicholas Diorio. I think, I mean, he didn't get the full context of what happened with the Papa Gut situation. He said multiple times that he doesn't watch people's videos when he talks about them. So if you're speaking on a topic, why are you not watching it to get full context? That's so annoying. Like, be an adult and do your research before you go out and you talk on a topic.
Was asking, you know, like, I'm confused. Like, you have been so supportive of this man. You know, you have really, your career has been really helped out by Ethan Klein. Where is Ethan Klein in this moment, you know? And I think, like, with any career that you're in, whatever you're doing, don't you have mentors that say to you, hey, like, you need to pull it in a little bit, or like, this is not cool, or whatever. You know, and I understand Ethan Klein not wanting to maybe like dogpile on him. I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. I think that's really meaningful as a friend. I think for him to not want to say anything on Twitter or not want to make jokes about it when he could, I think it's fantastic, right?
I think that Ethan's not saying anything on it because the H3H3 subreddit has turned on Def Noodles, and so his own fans are turning on Def Noodles, and if he comes to Def Noodles' defense, then his own fans are going to turn on him again. That's why I think that Ethan's really not saying anything.
But what I don't understand is, and these conversations are not happening behind the scenes. We know that because of what people have told me about the podcast, and because Dennis isn't coming out and saying that Ethan is talking to him. In fact, he's saying the opposite. What I don't understand is why Ethan isn't reaching out to him and saying, hey, dude, like, I care about you, and like, your career is going down the drain, and you don't even seem to care about that. Like, what's going on, right? I'm just saying, as a friend, I just was questioning that. Number one. Number two, when I made that comment in the video, can we just not for 1 second act, Dennis, like I was the first person that came up with that idea? I was not, okay? I was probably the 100,000th person that had come up with that idea. It was not an original idea by Peter Monn, designed and decorated, okay?
And Peter's 100%. Like, everyone was asking, like, where's Ethan? Why isn't Ethan saying anything? Even Ethan's own fans in his live streams were donating, saying, talk about the Def Noodle situation. So Peter's not the first person to talk about it. So why is he going after Peter? It makes no sense. And on top of that, too, I think that might be a little shade right there at Teddy Fresh, saying that it's not a Peter Monn original design, just like Teddy Fresh isn't a Gila Klein original design, since they've been accused of stealing multiple designs.
It just wasn't. It wasn't cake and bake. It wasn't shake and bake and I helped. It was not an original idea. Everybody was asking, where is Ethan Klein? Why is Ethan Klein not commenting on this?
Alan, we'll get to the Tea Time Snider Dustin Dailey drama next.
Was something that I picked up and I talked about. And if you even read the thread underneath your own Twitter where you tweeted out to me, you would know that to be true, because people underneath your own Twitter were like, dude, don't come for Peter. He was just saying what other people were thinking, okay? And that's the truth. And if you don't want to hear what people are thinking, I don't know what to tell you. You know, it was interesting because he's coming across and he's saying, I don't care about followers. I don't care about likes. If people don't get my humor, if people don't understand this, if people don't understand that, then I don't really care. Don't follow me. Don't watch my videos, whatever, okay? He's literally, at this point, losing about 1,000 subscribers a day. He's not getting hardly any views on his videos anymore, and actually, the only videos that do well is where he's addressing this drama. So he is...
Period. Like, literally the only views on his channel that are, or the only videos that are pulling in decent views these days are his videos talking about the drama that he's put himself in. 100%. It's this whole idea of fast media that he thinks people want, but in reality, but the reality of it, we all just want full facts. Yeah, like, he's always like, oh, I'm just putting out as many stories as possible. It's like, well, people want stories with truth in it, not allegations and falsities that you have reported on in the past.
Now turned himself into the drama, right? And a lot of people were speculating, is he trying to do like a Trisha Paytas? Is he trying to do like a Gabby Hanna? I don't think that's what he's wanting to do, because I don't think that Dennis could play that out long term where he is the drama. And quite frankly, no offense to Dennis, but I don't think he has the personality to play that out. I mean, people are kind of, even though they hate watching Trisha, you know, they are weirdly obsessed with kind of the drama that surrounds it. Like, people are kind of interested in the life of Trisha Paytas to some degree. I don't think people are really interested in the life of Def Noodles, because he really hasn't shown that much of the life of Def Noodles.
Oh, I mean, I got to give it to Peter there, 100%. Like, Dennis doesn't have the personality to be pulling that off. Like, he doesn't. You might hate Trisha Paytas. You might hate everything that she does, but she is entertaining with all the trolling that she does, 100%. And same thing, I mean, with Gabby, minus, you know, whether or not the current situation is a troll or not. I mean, the jury's still out on that. Some people still think it's a troll. Some people think that she's having a break or is having a breakdown. So only time will tell to see what happens up next. But, I mean, they still keep you entertained. They still have a personality that keeps people coming back. Dennis doesn't have that personality. He doesn't have that draw that they have that keeps people coming back for more because it's such a train wreck like they do. Def does seem to listen. Peter was pushing for Def to stop making drama videos. Now he has. Def has said he was going to wean off drama topics. I mean, but he did also say that he did a content shift starting like 6-7 months ago and is still constantly doing drama videos. But at this point, the only drama that he's talking about on any of his channels are the drama that he's in himself. So we'll have to wait and see what his next actual video is. I know that he's apparently going to Burning Man, so we can expect a Burning Man video coming up here shortly. But then after that, is he going to go back to just standard YouTube drama, or will he come back with different content? So we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. It probably doesn't mean anything, but it's weird. Well, what probably doesn't mean anything? He had it on politics. Yes, yeah. He's had some politic videos too sprinkled in with the drama as well. That is correct, yes.
So what's interesting to me is if he becomes the drama, he's going to have to...
Oh my god, Shai said I had to jump out of the shower and say shots fired. Did you take me to the shower with you?
To hype it up a little bit more than him talking about things online, right? Okay, so I caught this in his comedy show. In some part of the roast, he said something about doing a brand deal, and somebody like roasted him for it or made some joke about it.
Yes, that was Jessica Bizzle, and she screamed. They were talking about BetterHelp, and then Jessica Bizzle screamed from the audience, like Raid Shadow Legends, because Raid Shadow Legends will sponsor anybody. I mean, they even offered to give me a Twitch sponsorship, and I average like 3 viewers on my Twitch. So, I mean, Raid Shadow Legends will give anybody a sponsorship, but I mean, he's probably at least making some kind of money off of it. Unlike me with my 3 viewers, wouldn't have made anything on Twitch.
And he goes, well, I have one tomorrow, so I'll deal with that then. And he was making like a joke about this brand deal. And I was like, is he joking about having a brand deal? Because, you know, if you want to sit there and say, I don't care how many followers I have, I don't care about basically my algorithm, I don't care if I get likes and views on my videos, well, those are the things that people care about when they're giving you brand deals. The first thing they ask you is, what's your algorithm? Who are your followers? How many views do you... Those are the things that people ask you, and that's what you get paid based on, right?
True. I mean, that's the only thing that brand deals usually care about. But I don't think that Raid Shadow Legends cares about that. Not if they're giving me a sponsorship with an average of 3 viewers on Twitch. He said he wasn't going to completely stop the drama to keep from losing all the subs. Yes, that's correct. Hey, Vanessa. Damn, I thought that was a pretty long time... Damn, I thought that was always a long time joke. Didn't realize it was a real thing. Yeah, I mean, Raid Shadow Legends will sponsor anybody. But, I mean, they've been around for years. I mean, clearly whatever they're doing is working for them. But I think partially because Peter, Def didn't stop drama altogether for now. Maybe.
You get paid a brand sponsorship based on how many subscribers you have, how many views per video you get. You could have 10,000 subscribers but get 200,000 views on every video, and you would get paid more than somebody that has 1 million subscribers that gets 20,000 views a video, right?
However, depending on how the brand deal is worked out, that's technically not correct. I don't know what Raid Shadow Legends offers everybody. Obviously, I've only been offered them myself. And the stipulation was that you only were getting paid based off of who downloads the video or downloads the game from your link. So it doesn't matter viewership, engagement, stuff like that. It's all about who clicks the link to download the game. That's how they pay you. He did a video on a TLC show most recently, but framed it as disingenuous clickbait, and the views are not great. Yeah, I did see part of that. Actually, no, I think I did get all the way through it. That video is something else. Hey, Ritz. Hey from Belgium. Well, hello over there in Belgium.
Right? So all of that stuff matters. So if your channel is dwindling, your brand deals are going to be dwindling too. So I was like, how can he say this? He must be joking, right? No, I went over there on that Catherine McBroom video, you know, the video that he's not going to do because he's changing up his content on his channel, so he's not going to follow YouTubers anymore. That one, that video, that was called a roast. But so you would maybe not know that if you're a fan of Def Noodles, because y'all are kissing his butt so much that you're telling him he's a great comedian when he's not, and he doesn't know how to roast anybody, but you're probably from Detroit. So anyway.
Not the Detroit again. That joke's just never, it's not going to die for a long time. It's not. I had bought a ticket for tonight, but I was not able to go because of medical issues. I DM'd Def to give my seat away, and he said I could request a refund. Oh, well, that's nice of him, Lex. That's nice. I was hoping that it was going to be streamed. Do you know if it's streamed on the Patreon? Are you a member of the Patreon? Is it streamed on there? Or is it just like an in-person only thing?
So I'm sitting there, and I go into this Catherine McBroom video, right? And I'm watching it, and true enough, it's a brand deal for some game that I've never heard of before. And I'm like, I can't believe this. Like, you want to say you don't care about this, but you're doing a brand deal. So you obviously do care about the likes and the views and the subscribers, because those are the things that are going to continue to get you the brand deals, right? So anyway, he tweets out this video of me, right? Hold on a second, let me get to it. He tweets it out, or this person tweeted it, and then he tweets it out, and he says...
It's okay, Lex. I mean, not everybody's for everybody.
This is the corniest SH I took. Yes, I'm friends with Ethan, but we're independent people. We're independent people. Don't question that. I do not represent his podcast, and I can fight my battles. Attack me all you want, but leave my friends alone. They have nothing to do with any of your dramatic BS. Mad corny. Leave my friends alone. Stop being mean to Ethan. I can fight my battles on my own, Mom. You're mad corny. Whatever.
I think it's in person because it's not a roast. He doesn't want to put people's acts jokes so they can be stolen. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Whatever, girl. Wake up and grow up, okay? Let me just tell you something. Mad corny. I could care less. I think I am mad corny. I think I'm more mad corny from having read that tweet. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm sitting there and I read this, and people were like, oh my God, Def Noodles, he came for you. Def Noodles. I'm like, girl, I don't care, okay? Of all the things he could say to me, okay, he could say things about my age. He said everything else about other people's ages. He could say stuff about me flipping a fan or putting on lip gloss or my voice, which somebody did in his comment section. Listen, okay? So people that want to come for my voice, this is what I love about it, right? I was ate up with hating my voice for so long, all right? I paid so much attention to people making fun of my voice for so long. There was like one comment and somebody's like, his voice is so nauseating. So anyway, I used to get comments on my videos and people would be like, his voice causes my ears to have cancer, okay? So anyway, YouTube and me being on YouTube has really helped me fall in love with my voice, because when I watch my videos back, I hear my voice exactly how it is. I mean, I can't run from it, I can't hide from it, I can't act like it's not my voice, right? And then
oh God. See, I'm the complete opposite with that. Like, I hate the sound of my voice. I hate having to go back and edit things, listen to myself talking. But like, I hear people like in the chat like, oh, your voice is so soothing and it's relaxing. And I'm like, well, I mean, at least somebody thinks it is. I just realized too that I still have this comment pinned here. It's already started. I can unpin this comment. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I find my voice annoying. I'm sure other people find my voice annoying, but apparently some people find it soothing and relaxing.
when I do my vlog every night, there are people over there that on a regular basis are like, I fall asleep to your voice, I love your voice, you know, whatever. And it's made me look at my voice in a completely different way, right? And I had to kind of like walk into that. And I had to walk into the comments where people were saying, hey, you're being too hard on yourself and all this kind of stuff, right? And that's all I'm asking from you, Dennis, is for you to be open to the people that care enough about you that are telling you the truth about your situation, okay? You want to be a comedian? That's completely fine. Just don't act like you're the world's best comedian in the entire world. Be open to the fact that maybe you could learn from certain situations. Be open to the fact that maybe you could grow and be a better comedian than you are today, instead of acting like you right now have the end all of everything and you know everything about what's going on, right? But anyway, what would I know? I'm mad corny. So anyway, somebody...
I like your voice better than Peter. Oh, well, thank you, Lex. I don't know how one could fall asleep to Peter Monn. That would keep me awake. I mean, he definitely has a lot of energy. Yeah, I feel like it would... I mean, I can fall asleep to anything, though. That's just me. But yeah, definitely has a lot of energy. or I mean, I'm a little bit more subdued, so I feel like it'd be easier to fall asleep to me talking. He has other channels where he doesn't talk loudly. It's much more relaxing. Yeah, he has like 5 channels altogether. He puts in the work. Like, he really does. He makes me feel lazy because I get on here a couple times a week and stream, and I edit the stream down into clips, and he's uploading to 5 different channels. Yeah, I gotta do some more work.
He commented and said, shaking my head, show the whole clip. This man didn't say anything negative about you. It's just you went in on just about anybody for H3, and now Ethan is sitting here saying he doesn't respect or support what you have been doing. And that's exactly it, okay? You didn't show the whole clip. You showed what you wanted to show, which is bad commentary, first of all. You would criticize other people for doing that, and you wanted to show that. I don't really care. Show 2 seconds of it and make me look like a fool, make me look mad corny. I don't really care. I don't. I know I'm mad corny. It's part of my gig, okay? Listen, I have a drama phone. I flip fans. Can you do that? I can flip a fan better than you can tell a joke, okay? I mean...
Oh, no. Peter is just going in. Yeah, his drama channel is full force, but his try channel is a very different vibe. Well, in the drama channel, like, I feel like you gotta have a little bit more energy, keep people engaged. I'm too lazy to do all that. I'm just here to share my opinion, and just have a good time with you guys. But some people, just like, I mean, Rich Lux, his stuff is over the top all the time, and it's nonstop go, go, go. So I totally get it. I mean, they're doing what works for them. It's getting them views. I mean, compared to me, I'm getting nothing. So, what works for them works for them. So he also has a meditation channel. Oh, wow. I didn't know yet. So does he have 6 channels now? Because I don't think he had a meditation channel before. It's so weird. People insist on other people change when they say so. It takes time to reflect. Def seems like a sensitive person. Yeah, I mean, only time will tell, like, what's gonna go on with the channel and the content. So we'll have to wait and see. And eventually, maybe he will go all the way from YouTube drama and just do more like mainstream kind of random stuff. But we just gotta wait and see what happens. In his vlog channel where he talks very low, very relaxing. OMG, we had the same thought. Hey, Terry.
Let's just be for real. So it's whatever. Then he goes into this whole thing about, I was watching his first video the day back, and he talks about how his roast was such a success, okay? Even though today he posted a video addressing more allegations. He keeps on calling criticisms allegations, which is interesting to me in a situation where you make jokes about SA, which those are actually serious allegations, and then you want to talk about allegations that are actually criticisms, right? And
I mean, he's got a good point there. Like, when you use the word allegations, you're thinking of things a lot more serious than what's going on versus, some criticism, some feedback, stuff like that. It's not like people are out here saying things about him like he was about Papa Gut, making alleged allegations about that. So, yeah, it's very weird that he's titling all of them, like, talking about the newest allegations. We're here, baby. I wouldn't watch Rich Lux live. Rich Lux is a lot different in a live stream than he is in a video. Like, I've seen him live on Twitch and stuff, and it's not as much character as it is in the video.
it's like in your head, you're like mixed up about what these words mean. But I mean, you want to educate people on all of these different words and like parasocial, and you want to use the word parasocial 15 times in a video. Although I will say, since he's been called out about using the word parasocial, he hasn't really used that word as much, which is interesting to me. So that must be the one thing that he did here.
I mean, I did say somebody must have bought him a word of the week calendar, and parasocial was the word of the week, because he used it non-stop there for a while. I think anyone who makes joke about SA anything to do with kids is very inappropriate. It's not funny to me at all. Yeah, I mean, Buttercup, I 100% agree. Some people will not find it funny and find it offensive, find it off limits, and other people won't. So, I mean, it's a fine line that you walk if you want to talk about those topics in your comedy sketch. That was the point. He's using clickbait for views. I mean, if he's going to be addressing the situation at all, people are going to be clicking on it and giving him views, because it's what all the drama channels are reporting on right now. So whether he puts himself in the title talking about the drama, talking about the allegations, whatever he titles it, he's still going to get views from it. Love Rich gave him a Birkin bag. Oh, well, that's very nice, Frozen. That's very nice of you. And that was the big reason I went to the live roast for the internet drama.
But I actually looked up the word success because I wanted to see what the Webster's definition of success was. My camera stopped at 30 minutes, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the definition of success for you guys, okay? Since maybe you don't know the definition of success. I don't know, okay? Anyway, the definition of success, I know Def Noodles doesn't know the definition of success because clearly, if you watch his videos, especially the video the next day of where he was, I don't know, meeting the Ninja Turtles or something, I was so confused. I was like, what is going on? But he says that it was a really successful event. Okay, so let's see what the definition of success is by Merriam-Webster. Okay, the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. Now, I don't know what the aim or purpose was, if it was to fit 8 audience members and 4 comedians on stage at any given time. You did. Congratulations. You accomplished that. I'm so proud of you. I hope that your landlord is proud of you as well.
I mean, from the view of the camera, you could see that there was maybe 15. Lex was there, and I think Lex said there was about 30 people-ish. Is that what you said, Lex? So obviously you couldn't see the entire area. And Def did say in the podcast that they're going to do another camera so you can get a closer up angle of the stage, of the people on the stage, and then a reverse camera so that way you can see the audience and all the audience reaction. So I mean, I feel like if they had the backwards facing camera, we would have been able to see who was all there. So but I believe there was about 30 some people there, correct? I could be wrong. Honestly, Peter will always be 100 times better than Def for real. Well, 30-ish plus friends. Okay, perfect. Oh, thank you for the $4.99, Terry. I just found your channel last week. You can thank Def Trainwreck. Thank you, Def Noodles, for bringing people to my channel. Thank you. And since we're talking about Def Noodles, we have those fun little Def Noodle notifications when people become channel members or do super chats. So I'll have to change those at some point. But I thought it was a little entertaining to have those for the Def Noodles thing. And we'll probably have them up for the roast too. I just don't know what else to do for those. And I mean, depending on what, again, your definition of success is, yes, he did sell out the roast 100%. Yes, he got people talking about him. And maybe that's the main important things. Did I think that the roast was going to be 100% without any issues? No. It's the first time doing it. There's going to be issues 100%, and you can only go up from there. I don't really feel like there's a way to go down from where the roast was. But, I mean, never say never. But I feel like the next one will be better. So we will find out next Friday. We will be doing a live reaction stream to the next roast. Lex, are you going to the roast on Friday? Are you going to be there? So we'll definitely be watching it here on the stream. If you guys want to come and watch, we'll do a watch and react. I think Xylee might be joining, possibly. She doesn't want to stream it on her channel, so she wants to watch it with some other people. But we just won't have 10 people in the stream like we did last time, because that was a little much. Some of the personalities are a little overbearing. I tend to be a little bit more relaxed. Some of them tend to shout a little bit more. So maybe we'll have some more chill people like Xylee, possibly Edwin, where we kind of just hang out and react to the stream. Honestly, Papa Gut, thanks to Def, I found Papa Gut. Honestly, Papa Gut and Peter Monn are my favorite commentary channels. It's never boring on those two channels. Sometimes Paige, but only if it's something I care about. I mean, Paige does a lot of good, in-depth research on her channel with the stuff that she talks about. Although sometimes I have no idea what she's talking about, but I just watch just because it's Paige. I couldn't get tickets. Oh, okay. Well, maybe the next roast battle you'll be able to make it to. But feel free to come hang out with us on Friday. I mean, yes, he did successfully do an event. Was it the best? No, but he did at least do an event. Yeah, 100%. I didn't think it was going to go off without a hitch. It's your first event, and there's going to be hiccups. So, I mean, I don't fault him for that. Were there a lot of hiccups? Yes. Could he have maybe this next time he has somebody who can be in control of lights and sound and all that stuff so he doesn't have to do it himself. Hopefully, so then that way he's not rushing around trying to do everything, and that'll make it more successful and take some stress off of him. But we'll just have to wait and see.
And but I will say, if you in the future, okay, because there's going to be a future. I was going to say rap battle. There's going to be a dance battle. Now, I'm not a comedy roaster, but listen, I'll do a dance battle all day long, okay? Don't think y'all can't come for, ow, I hit my face. Don't think you can't come for this one, okay?
Oh my God,
Listen,
Peter.
I'll dance battle. Dennis, you want a dance battle? I'm there, okay? I'm there. Anyway, Dennis, if you want to borrow my plants, my house plants, to make your comedy club a little cozier, just call and ask. If you call me on the phone, I'll send them out there. I'll FX them. Not FX them. I'll FedEx them to you, okay? And I think it'll probably make it a little bit more of an enjoyable experience. At least there might be more air and there a little bit more oxygen and CO2 for your audience members, since they have to wait so long for the event to even start. Anyway, what I loved most about this definition is that when you use it in a sentence, the sentence that they use it in is that there is a thin line between success and failure. And I actually can't think of a better way to use this definition of success than in discussing the comedy roast of Def Noodles, okay? As well as the tweet that he made about me being mad corny, that there is a thin line between success and failure. Unfortunately, I think you fell over the line into failure. I think you don't realize that. I think you need to pick up the ground and smell it, okay? Because it smells like turds. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, Peter. Oh, Peter. Oh, Peter. Let's see here. I missed that notification. Let's see here. He needs more drama before the roast. I mean, with it being a YouTuber roast, I feel like it's going to go a little bit better with there actually being YouTubers there, because then he'll know who he is talking about a little bit more. That's my opinion, but we will have to wait and see what actually happens. But I feel like he said in the podcast too that if it was more of a YouTuber type roast, that he would sit down and would have wrote jokes and stuff about the people who are showing up. But my thing is too is that he knew who was going to be there, because he was the one that put up the lineup and picked up the people. So I don't really know why he didn't have jokes ready to go, because he put the lineup out like a week beforehand. So he could have spent a little bit of time doing that. But again, my opinion. Let's see here. Oh, Hayden, thanks for subscribing. Thank you. Do you think Def can revive his career? Be honest. I mean, I don't think that he's trying to revive his career. I think what he's trying to do, honestly, one is keep attention on himself, because that's going to bring people back to his channel. But, he's trying to pivot into a different sector, talking more about mainstream drama, talking more about politics, stuff like that. So I feel like if he can back away from doing like the YouTube battle drama and fighting with people online, then he could go be successful in that other genre. But if you keep pulling yourself back into the YouTube drama, I don't feel like you're ever going to get away from it. But that's just my opinion on it. He's doing all the work and calling Steven to turn on the lights, and Steven turning on the wrong lights is funny. After watching today's podcast, I think he will kick out the hecklers. I mean, maybe. Oh no, we got drama alert in here. Is that actually Keem, or who's in the drama alert chat? I don't know who's actually here. If that's actually Keem, or if that is Willie Mack, or if that's Nicholas Diorio. I don't know who else has access to it. Honestly, you and Peter should do a collab. That'd be fun. I don't think Peter really does collabs with anybody. I don't really think he does. His career is in cardiac arrest. He's trying to revive himself, and it's not working with what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, if he keeps himself in the YouTube drama, he's never going to escape that, and he's going to be stuck there if he keeps trying to talk about it. Like, he's got to let it go and move into the content that he wants to move into. Otherwise, he's going to be continuously drawn back into it. And then I know that he's not trying to be like a serious channel. He's trying to be a comedic channel. But once you start going into things like politics and stuff, you can have a comedic take on it, but you also have to know a lot of information about what's going on in that space if you want to be successful. I feel like I don't feel like people are going to take just jokes that don't make sense in the political space. Like, they gotta be pertinent to the topic. And he has collabed with Rich before. Okay, yeah. I mean, I watch Peter now and then, but I don't watch Peter all the time. I think even years ago, I could be wrong, but didn't Peter do an episode of Drama Alert too? I could be wrong, but I feel like he did. Or it could have just been a fever dream. Who really knows? But I mean, overall, that's kind of what is happening with the Def Noodles and Peter Monn situation. The comedians have found a symbolic relation with him. They need his clout, and he needs their company. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Okay, let me pull up. I'm gonna put on, I can't type, a little bit of music for a second, and so I can take a bathroom break so it's not boring. And then I'm gonna refill up my water so I can continue to talk. And then we will be right back in just a few minutes, and we will be talking about the Dustin Dailey Tea Time Nick Snider drama. So let me start this up, and we will be right back.
Cracky.
All right, and I'm back. Okay. Let's see here. There's so much I have to say about the drama. Voldemort. Oh, who's Voldemort? Voldemort. Isn't Voldemort Jeffree Star? Lovely Bones, BRB. Gotta rewind, catch up. Hey, lovely. Why do Tea Time and Nick Snider hate each other so much? Can someone explain? Hayden, this goes all the way back to 2019. Like December 2019, actually even maybe a little bit before that. So there's a lot to catch up on. Basically, we'll just generalize it a little bit. Tea Time was friends with Here for the Tea, and the other side, like Paige, Dustin, Nick, all of them don't get along with Here for the Tea. And so that's kind of like what separated all of them. Then there was issues talking about Nick's substance abuse, and then inappropriate tweets from Nikki's past was resurfaced, and there's a whole like back and forth that it was a very long journey about what has gone on between them, and I don't see them reconciling anytime soon. I feel like there was a ceasefire for a while. I mean, there might have been like a shady comment here and there, but again, I haven't really been paying attention too much for like the past year because I was off of, just off doing my own thing. I wasn't making videos, so I wasn't paying attention too closely to what was going on. But there's been a couple of shady tweets since everything, and then the passing of Here for the Tea, and then most recently, we're gonna go on to like what's happening now. Nick is a Republican. I don't know what his affiliation is. I mean, he could be. I have no idea. I guess I need to catch up. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. I guess they had a feud with Petty Paige. Dustin and Nick were cool with Paige. Yeah, like the Tea Time and Paige don't get along. Tea Time and Rich don't get along. It's a lot. The things Tea Time said were just cruel, honestly. And I'm not talking about this drama. I guess I need to research. I don't know everything about Tea Time and versus Petty Paige, Dustin and Nick. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot, but I'm sure there's things I have missed as well. But yeah. So we'll get into this next part. So basically how all of this most recent drama started out was with Dustin calling out Rich Lux, and basically Dustin does this every few years where this happens, and he calls out Rich Lux because Rich Lux, according to Dustin, is a terrible friend, and he's, and he doesn't treat people well, all that stuff. I mean, I have a video about it with all the tweets and stuff on my channel if you want to go and watch that later. So I'm not going to get into all that, but that is what basically started this new drama. And sorry, Dustin, not Nick. Dustin's Republican. I think when he registered as a Republican, but he says that he's not. And those were his original voting records. But even if you register as a Republican, doesn't mean you can't vote Democrat. Doesn't really matter. But whatever people's politics are, people's politics, everyone's going to have whatever reason for supporting whoever. So you covered it. Helped me find you, Bruce. I've been here since then. Oh, well, thank you, lovely bones. So with the situation with Dustin calling out Rich is what led us to this current situation that is going on now. And we will pull up the tweet. Pull this up. And we need to shrink this and pull that up. Okay. I'll learn what I'm doing someday. And we need to hide this. Okay. So, after all that drama happened between Dustin and Nick, not Dustin and Nick, sorry, Dustin and Rich, obviously, like, I go over Drama Channel drama, Tea Time does the same thing as well, and Nick put out this tweet that reads, not the besties but the testies, trying to chime in as if anyone remembered they existed since the Puppet Master checked out. And people were saying that this tweet was transphobic and that this tweet was also anti-Semitic. And oh God, I don't have the old screenshot. I have that screenshot somewhere. I forgot to pull it up for this stream. But I mean, if you don't know anything about Tea Time or anything like that, you probably wouldn't know who he's talking about. Again, this is definitely a subtweet and doesn't at anybody directly. However, most people were assuming that this was about Tea Time. Rich posted the thumbnail about Nick Ocado and it wasn't cool. Yeah, that's why all of this drama started. And then Dustin calling out Rich. So then Tea Time made a video about it, obviously because they cover Drama Channel drama as well, just like I do. And so this tweet got put out. Tea Time would do videos of calling petty Paige for sticking up for Jeffree Star when she was rumored on the payroll, and same for Dustin and Nick. Their videos in the past were really polished. For the text part, I didn't know anything about the Puppet Master being Sam. Why is Sam considered the Puppet Master? When fighting with Luscious, they said Luscious was on welfare. So the thing with the Puppet Master is that Sam is Jewish, and so by saying a puppet master to a Jewish person is supposed to be an anti-Semitic dog whistle, and so that's why they're saying it was anti-Semitic. And the tweet that Nick shows, I forgot to get a screenshot of, but it's a tweet between Harley Jen and Here for the Tea, where she said something, and then Harley Jen tweeted out a picture of Pinocchio and whoever, like is it Geppetto? Was Geppetto the guy in Pinocchio? And then Sam replied back underneath of it, and she said, yes, that's me, the Puppet Master. So Puppet Master is obviously somebody who pulls the strings behind the scenes as well. And so he's like, she called herself the Puppet Master, as in somebody who's pulling the strings and controlling the narrative. So that's his reasoning behind that. They called a ceasefire when Sam passed away, right? Or am I mistaken? I don't believe that they did. I think they just kind of stopped talking about each other even before that happened. But, I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, I was gone for about a year, but I thought that they just stopped talking about each other. I think Nick called her Puppet Master before, so Nick was right. Yeah, I mean, he's said the term before as well, too. I thought a ceasefire happened before Sam passed away. Yeah, I think that, yeah, they just kind of just stopped talking about each other and just, like, moved on to their own ways, and then everything, you know, comes back, because that's just drama. All right, so then, hopefully, I think all these tweets are in the right order. They should be. 22nd. No, of course they're not. Wait, what? No, capture 1, capture 2. These should be in the right order. So then obviously after you put that out, people were leaving messages underneath of it. And I'm not going to go through all of like the replies and everything underneath the tweets, because then that would take like hours. But Tea Time tweeted out, said one thing about the comments, Nick, they're not on your side. And that was people in the comments calling out Nick for being transphobic and anti-Semitic. Was Sam part of the Tea Time channel? No, Sam was here for the tea. And then Tea Time quote tweeted Nick and said, "A Kmart Ken doll, be easy because you're only brave online." And then that was kind of like the end of that situation ish. I mean, like I said, there was a bunch of people calling out Nick, going back and forth with Nick online, and just basically saying you're transphobic and anti-Semitic. Pretty much Tea Time stayed out of it up until the video, actually. So we need to actually go to the video. And that's what I needed to do next. Where's Peter? There's Peter. So then they put out this video, and we will pull this up and hide. Oops, we need to hide this. Okay, so we'll go into this video, and then we'll go into the tweets. So this one, I think, it's not going to be the full video, guys. Don't worry, it's not going to be the full 30 some minute video. It's just about 6 minutes of the video.
Anyway, Nick Snider, I guess, in defense of...
Is that volume okay? Let me know if I need to turn it up or turn it down.
Dustin Dailey, which kind of makes sense.
I mean, yeah, they are, you know, they got that.
Oh no, my internet just didn't go out, did it?
Decides to put out a tweet that we're going to show right now. And he basically says, not the besties with testes chiming in. From recollection, like, no one's paid them any attention since the puppet master checked out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, basically, the first part is, like, he's taking a jab at transgender people.
He definitely is. And then he retweeted Blair White following that tweet, as if to say, like, I can't be.
Is that better volume-wise? I don't think I can turn it up anymore. Unless maybe I turn this up here. We'll try that too.
He transphobic. His entire audience, I wouldn't say his entire audience, but he had his followers were saying what you just said was transphobic.
Because one thing about the comments, Nick, they were not on your side.
One thing about the comments, they are not on your side. So I advise you.
And then he retweeted the Blair White.
Which
pretty much
she's not the fucking floating bastion of transgender fucking
like
greatness you think she is.
Saying like, oh, I can be racist. You know, I have a black friend and I love Christian Walker.
Oh no, that's my favorite. Like, I can't be racist. I have a black friend. Like, people always pull that card. It's like, no. You can be racist and have a black friend. You could say mastermind or godfather or dictator, but why stick with Papa Master when she's Jewish? Tea Time. Yes, much better. Okay. If it's not you, they have a terrible microphone. Okay. The video sound. Wait. The video sound is what it is. Oh, okay.
Didn't he say something racist like last year, and then he quote tweeted Viola Davis saying like, "Oh, she's so beautiful." I think you like pointed that out.
That was Dustin.
That was Dustin.
Dustin
so they both do stupid shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess like I wanted to start off because I think this is like this has to be addressed. If a major beauty influencer came out and said something as transphobic as that would be pretty much that was a career-breaking thing.
And I'll definitely agree with Nikki there. Like, I mean, if Jeffree, well, I mean, probably not Jeffree Star, but let's see, who's somebody who's not usually involved in drama. I don't even know. Who's a big YouTuber beauty person these days? I mean, we just did have that drama with Jackie Aina, but we'll just say like Jeffree Star, James Charles, Rob Beauty Christie. Like, if anybody came out and said anything like transphobic or anti-Semitic, it would be a big story and a big issue for their careers, for sure. 100%. I would have to agree with that.
And
Hayden, this was all before what happened recently started, before the fire. So this all happened before the fire happened.
It was oddly personal, and Mocha, like, I just want you to have your time to like talk about it, like, you know.
Well, like I said, he retweeted Blair White, pretty much saying like, "Oh, I can't be transphobic because I support Blair White."
Yeah.
Like what you said was a microaggression, whether you want to believe that they exist or not. They very much do.
And Blair White's on a whole different level. Like, I'm not even gonna go there with Blair White.
I wasn't hurt by what you said because I already know that you are a stiff cum rag of a person. Like I.
Not a stiff cum rag of a person. I'm sorry. I gotta. Yeah. No. That. Okay.
Know this, but you do have some of your audience
Oh. Okay, Hayden. Okay.
are transgender people, and they were hurt by that. Like, I don't expect you to apologize. I don't expect you to care. But maybe in the future you can just be a little bit more mindful of what you're saying. It's like calling a black person darky and saying, I mean, some black people do have a deep complexion. Or calling an ethnic group by a certain type of food they're associated with. And then saying, I mean, they do eat it over there. It's a microaggression. Be more mindful. Moving on.
Yeah. I would say that I was like disappointed, but then that would.
I wasn't.
You have to have expectations of a person.
Surprised at all.
Yeah, like Nick Snider is easily one of the worst people that I've ever come into contact with in my entire life. Like, he is a terrible human being who will say and do the worst things to you, and then when you go as low as he goes, which is oftentimes what people go for, is his addiction and subsequent relapse, right? You touch or say anything about that, it's off limits. He's all of a sudden crying. And it's just hard to like have empathy for someone who is literally a cum dumpster of a human being.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Not a cum dumpster of a human being. Oh my god.
Fuck him.
Yeah, like seriously, it is like really difficult. So not only like, I think what Nick Snider was trying to do was he knows that it takes, like, we're some tough motherfuckers. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're very tough. We've sparred with Nick before. He knows, like, this ain't gonna be no easy go around. So I think he was going as low as he could possibly go, which if that, good luck, bitch. If that was the best that you got, then you don't have a lot on your side.
Yeah.
I think he was, like, trying to go the lowest that he could go. Not only was he transphobic in that, in which I would like to say, Nick, to piggyback on the entire thing, I think you've overestimated your range. Had you had just stuck to picking on me...
Honestly, both of these channels have beef with each other that needs to be resolved. They're both grown adults and need to deal with as grown adults. I mean, but the thing is that when you're a drama channel and you're on the internet, everyone does everything publicly, and they just don't get along. So this is how they end up dealing with it.
It would have been perfectly fine. Nobody would have batted an eye. But you can't fucking do that to, like, of the community that we're a part of, right? Transgender people are the least represented, the most fucking discriminated against, like the most marginalized group of people. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Our predominantly white female audience wouldn't have give a fuck if you kept picking on me like you used to do back in the day. Back in the day, you were smart about it. Oh, well, I don't want to say I don't want to say you were smart, but back in the day, you at least had a bit of tactic about you. You knew that as long as you fucked with me, then our audience or the YouTube audience at large was not gonna care, because no one gives a fuck if you pick on the 6'2", 200-pound black guy. No one gives a fuck, right? But I think it's particularly disgusting of you to go for a group of people who are the most marginalized in the community that we are a part of. And when I say things like racism exists in the LGBTQ plus community. When I say things like that, I often say because the only difference between a gay straight man, or sorry, a gay white man and a gay or a straight white man, sorry you guys, is one of them sleeps with me. They're still like fucking apex predators. And you're exhibiting that behavior right now because you don't have the empathy or the understanding to understand any other situation except for the one that you have in your head.
He doesn't care.
And you don't give a fuck.
That's the whole, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of Tea Time's response to the tweet that Nick put out. Hey, Jess. When Lush said Jess was on Grindr, Jess's facial reaction didn't match up with him saying his ex knew he was hooking up. I mean, I don't know anything about the relationship, so that I don't really know. Tea Time had some good potential, but they seemed too stubborn and combative. I had a whole fight with them on Twitter because they couldn't admit a typo. Oh god, a typo. Honestly, Mocha is that girly. I don't agree with all of Tea Time's takes, but I do watch them because I enjoy hearing their opinions. I mean, yeah, I'm always down to hear other people's opinions, so I watch a lot of different channels. Also, Tea Time said nasty things on Twitter that even if Nick and Dustin deserve this, they shouldn't say, but Kevin, I'll get into those tweets in just a minute. I felt it was odd, and knowing he said he was being abused still makes me wonder what happened when he acts so butch. Yeah, Lex, I have no idea what happened with that at all. So, okay, so we'll go. Let's see, we need to hide this again and show this again and go back over to here. Okay, so then that brings us to what the most current situation is. And that was like Nick started to share these tweets. Says, Garfield was so shy around everyone except me. I had to hand feed him when he was a kitten because Karma's other kittens wouldn't let him around. I'm truly going to miss him. And so it turns out that there was I should move this. Sorry, trying to do a little. Why can't I move this? Display capture. There we go. I'm gonna have to move things around as we go through it. So it turns out that there was a fire that happened in the house that they were staying in, and that the kittens didn't make it. When are you gonna dispose all the skeletons from your closet? Never. Okay, so then Nick tweeted out this picture here. It said, flew my drone up today, total loss. And then this is just images of the fire that happened at the house. Hey, Dark Magician. It was Jen's home, I thought, or was it the house? Yeah, they were all staying in the same house, Peyton. And then Tea Time tweeted out, I remember the days when people would commit insurance fraud quietly. And then Nick tweeted, for those sitting online saying things like, oh, it's karma, remember this. The karma you believe in works both ways, and when she comes to collect, you might not be so lucky. And then Tea Time tweeted out, when something bad happens to someone horrible, it's probably best to avoid saying they had it coming. Though this may be true, saying it only afford them a platform to play victim. Instead, a simple, that's unfortunate, will suffice. And then we're going to have to do some adjusting here. I'll just move this along as we go. All right. So then Nick quote tweeted Tea Time and said, imagine thinking people are playing victim after they lose their home, animals, and everything inside. Maybe y'all should sit this one out and worry about your own lives. and then actually tag Tea Time, which, you know, most people won't. They'll just do a subtweet. So at least he was being direct. And then Dustin quote tweeted Nick and said, "These washed up rejects always have something to say. Play victim? We lost everything. The shade is weaker than the shade is weaker than their engagement in Nicki's hairline." And then Tea Time quote tweeted Nick and said, "We're gonna pray for you, Nick. Have a blessed day." Oops. That's not what I meant to do. One of these days I'll learn what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm just going back to read the chat. This is when keeping things to yourself might be best. I don't know, that may be true is a little too harsh in my opinion. Jen is suing the owners of the house for not making the repairs needed before it happened. Yes, very messy again, cruel, just saying unnecessary things. I can't help but think a lot of it might be clout chasing. I thought that emoji was a seal, but then I just realized something. Oh, I don't know which emoji. Richard say they had it come in. Says that from Play Chicago. So, oh no, not the musical references again. 3 of them live together. Yes. I don't care how many people don't like Nick and Dustin. You shouldn't be saying shit after people lost everything. Rich is also not very intelligent. I wouldn't accept prayers from someone who just tweeted that. Mocha looks like Tana in that photo. I don't know if she would appreciate that or take that as a read. Nick and Dustin were staying at Jen's at a rental house. Yes, that's correct. All right. So then we go on. And then Tea Time tweets out, a hit dog will holler, won't it? You could just be minding your business, sharing life lesson, and boom, someone will swear you're talking about them. Anyway, though, y'all take it easy. And I mean, I feel like everyone took that tweet as committing insurance fraud quietly as a jab at Nick and Dustin. That was the consensus that I was seeing online. I mean, everyone can take it to however they want, but that's what a lot of people were seeing online. So, I mean, my thought on that is that if you are going to commit insurance fraud, you would make sure that all of your pets were out safely, my opinion. So I don't think that it was, but beat mug, not regular mug, Photoshop beat mug. Okay. It definitely was. Come on, it's obvious. All right, so then Nick tweeted out, it's always the "you could be doing something else, why focus on us" card, but who's playing the victim again? And then Tea Time tweeted, retweeting a tweet you think is about you without asking any clarifying questions, then sit back and allow your following accuse our late friend of committing suicide just weeks after you commit transphobia and laugh at our friend's death. No, not laugh, taunt us. I didn't see anything about the committing suicide thing, but I mean, maybe I missed things. I didn't go in and I didn't read all of the replies and tweets and stuff like that, so I don't know anything about that. But if people were doing things like that, that is not okay. Like when everything happened, like, I mean, I try to stay out of everything. Like, I didn't say anything, about Sam when I heard about the passing and stuff, because I mean, I didn't really know her, stuff like that. So I usually just keep myself out of it. But anybody who's accusing things like that is definitely not okay. Oh my gosh, I keep pulling up the wrong screen. One of these days I'll know what I'm actually doing. Let's see. For real, if Dustin and Nick are going to commit fraud, they'd never harm their pets. Agreed. Oh, wow, didn't realize it was Jen's second fire. I mean, I have a friend who's actually been through 4 house fires. She's definitely lucky to be alive, but she does not have good luck. So, I mean, it happens that people will have issues arise, and I mean, it's a terrible situation to be involved in. I mean, like I said, I've had a friend who's gone through it 4 times before, and it's not fun. They were in Florida when Nick's mom died. They have a house in Nevada, but they're currently hiding from Dustin's ex in California. Well, they were in Nevada and then left the place in Nevada, so they don't have the place in Nevada anymore, and they moved back to Florida to take care of his mom's estate. And then when they moved back, they ended up going to Texas. I don't believe Dustin has an ex in California. I believe his ex still lives in North Carolina, unless his ex moved. Yes, Nick hinted Sam committed suicide. It was yikes. I didn't see that tweet, American Princess. Was there a tweet that I missed? A tweet that was deleted? We love you. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought they're still in California because her company... no, I believe her company is in Texas now, not in California. Nick and Dustin rented out. Yeah, they were renting a place in Vegas. I think she recently moved to Texas. Yeah. I think she moved. Yeah, everything to Texas. Either way, they're in the South. Yeah. Steal my job, Natasha. Steal my job. Okay, and then Tea Time then quote tweeted Dustin and just said, "What's for dinner, y'all?" And then they tweeted out, "Also, we want to talk engagement. Cute, let's do it. Ours is well over 10%, industry standard. Y'all's been struggling, sis. But I guess bot subscribers can't engage, now can they?" And I think YouTube industry standard is actually only 5%. So 10% is actually really good. So go Tea Time. But yeah, I believe YouTube is about 5%. And then this is when Paige tweets in, or jumps in. I believe this is posted on her Snapchat. I don't think you can see the text on there, but I can see it on my screen. Snapchat or Instagram? No, this is Instagram. So Tea Time shared the screen capture and said, "These people want our attention so bad. I get it if we're fabulous and you're a fan. It's understandable. If we were you, I'd be in awe too." And then Paige shared the tweet from them that said, "When somebody bad has something horrible happen, it's best to say, avoid saying you had it coming. Though this may be true, saying it only afford them a platform to play victim and said a simple, that's unfortunate will suffice." To which Paige added the text that said, "See, when your friend died, I shut up and you commended me for keeping my mouth closed during a sad moment because you knew how much we despised each other. How about you take a page out of my book and just be quiet? If you feel the feeling, or if the feeling you feel making people upset is what drives you, you need to reevaluate that because it did not serve your friend well, and that's unfortunate." So I'm not sure if she's talking about Sam here or what's going on, but that is what Paige had to say. And I think, yeah, that's the last tweet. Okay. I'm behind my tea. No, you're good, Lex. It wasn't a tweet, but it was on a YouTube video. I don't know if it's still on his channel. Okay, I must not have seen that. But he hasn't posted a lot of stuff recently, so I'm terrible. You're archivist like Bo Black. Yeah, I'm basically like the drama channel archivist. Whose side are you on? Tea Time or Nick or Dustin? I mean, I'm not on like anybody's side. Like, there's definitely things on both sides that don't need to be said, but people are gonna say them anyways. I mean, like I said, I don't have any hate towards Tea Time. We've had our issues in the past, but I'm not somebody who really holds on to things. And, you know, they're out here doing their thing, so good for them. And then with Nick and Dustin, I do have a little bit of a relationship with them because I have talked to them more. I've talked to them personally. But again, there's things that they have said that they shouldn't have said. Yeah, Insta. I also just learned yesterday Paige isn't on Twitter anymore. Oh yeah, she hasn't been on Twitter for a while. Paige needs new friends. I believe Paige deleted her Twitter for her own mental health anyway. Yes, I believe that is correct. Honestly, I feel like Tea Time only said that because some of their fans were going after Nick relentlessly. I mean, maybe. Okay, makes sense. Twitter's a toxic mess, but then again, every platform is. True. I mean, Facebook is just as bad as Twitter, but I don't go on Facebook. Facebook is more like political and stuff like that, and I have enough drama in my own family with that I don't need it on Facebook. I get Rich being friends with Paige to keep her from criticizing him, like the time she made the Bitch Lex video. Again, I wonder why Nick Dustin are friends with Paige. I mean, they all get along behind the scenes, I would assume. But as of this moment, I don't know if Paige and Rich are really friends anymore because of everything that happened with the fallout between Dustin and Rich, and then like the situation with the group chat and all that. I have a video going over all of that on my channel too if you want to watch that, and then also a reaction of Rich going on to Van Luke's stream and talking about the drama. And then in my stream, Paige did come on to share her side of the story as well. So all that's documented on my channel if you want to go check that out. But I don't know if they're friends at the moment. I mean, will they be friends again someday? Possibly. But Paige did say that she was hurt with everything that happened between her and Rich because she felt like he should have been taking his anger out on Dustin and not on her. But that's kind of where that all ended. I haven't seen anything recently. I'll pull up my Twitter here real quick, but I don't think anything else has happened since then. Let's go through the Twitter. No, Gabby Hanna, and then the screen capture of Paige. Okay, so yeah, I haven't seen anything else happen from Tea Time. Let me check Dustin and Nick here. Dustin's tweeting out a song. Nope. And nope. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything from either of them, so I don't know if they're just taking like a little ceasefire again, or if they're both just over everything. Hopefully they're both just over everything and everyone can just move on. But only time will tell. only time will tell. Why do so many YouTubers vape or smoke? Well, I actually quit smoking actual cigarettes this year, so I am vaping to wean myself off of it, so then hopefully I won't have to do anything anymore. But yeah, I used to like smoke regular cigarettes before. Paige has really evolved, and I love the deep dives. I hop her live sometimes. Yeah, like she's definitely like switched up her content and changed a lot of stuff on her content, so she's made a change, and people are loving her new content, it seems. Same, I'm more of a lurker on her streams. Yes, not being friends with Paige now is safe. Paige is less likely to make a video on Rich. Yeah, I mean, I don't really, even whenever there is any kind of drama, like, I mean, she might chime in like with a tweet or something, but I don't see her like sitting down and making an exposed video. I mean, maybe in the past, but I mean, not even within the last couple of years, I feel like she would do a video like that. But this whole situation happens with Dustin and Rich like every couple of years. Honestly, in your opinion, who are the drama commentary channels that are trustworthy? I mean, I guess it just depends on like what kind of topics that you're looking for. I mean, because obviously there's a large, like the tea channels are, I mean, there's a bunch, but I feel like if you're looking for like a genuine tea stuff, I would say someone like Spill Sesh just kind of shares what's going on. Every once in a while we'll have an opinion on it, but really just kind of shares what's going on, shares the tweets, shares videos, and just kind of puts everything together. So I feel like Spill Sesh has a pretty neutral stance on a lot of things. Tea Spill's been around for a while, doing a bunch of videos on everybody. So I feel like all the videos I've seen of Tea Spill, they seem pretty unbiased and just more information based. If you're looking for something with some entertainment value and you like high energy, somebody like Peter Monn will be funny while just kind of reporting on it. He does share more opinions. So he gives you his opinions about what's going on with everything, as well as sharing the information. Who else? I mean, those are really kind of like the main like tea channels that I can think of. So if you're looking for just like more sharing the topic and explaining what's going on, I'd say someone like Tea Spill or Spill Sesh. If you want like high energy, I would say someone like Peter Monn. Tea channels are definitely messy. After the Gabby Hanna thing, I kind of stopped watching a lot. There was so much twisting and dogpiling, it seemed unfair. Well, yeah, and like I feel like there was that tea explosion. Oh yes, thank you for the self-promotion, Natasha. And then there's me. Like what, 2 years ago, there was like a huge like explosion of like smaller tea channels that came out of nowhere. That's kind of like when my channel started as well. And that was the time that I was there. Tea Time was there. Drama and Opinions was there. Drama Lynn was there. Not Another Drama channel, who now does all the deep dives with Jake Yonsei. There's just like a whole bunch of other like smaller ones that happened, and then a lot of them kind of just like drifted off. Drama Investigator has good tea channel also. Oh, there we go. Okay, I haven't seen a Drama Investigator video in a while, so I totally forgot about Drama Investigator. But yeah, drama investigator. If we want monotone tea channels, oh, yes, I'm very monotone and very soothing. OMG, drop your skincare routine ASAP. You guys are gonna hate me when I say this, but I don't have a skincare routine. Yeah, I'm one of those people, like, just water in the shower, and that's it. Let's see here. Never stopped watching Peter Monn, though. Not sure why. I think it's just I love his personality. Was Rich mad at Paige for her Manscaped video? What happened to Mysterious T? I don't know what happened to Mysterious T. I know they made like those videos on Trisha, and then I didn't really see anything after that. As far as the Manscaped video, I don't think that there was any issue between Paige and Rich because of that. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think there really was. Because Paige's husband is like a social media, not like a manager, but like a social media like sponsor helper thing. And then so Rich is one of his clients, and so he helps Rich get sponsorships. So I think she was just sharing her take on what happened with Manscaped. So I don't really think it has any, I mean, it wouldn't cause any drama between them, I wouldn't think. You have that good skin. Oh, well, thank you. Water and soap. No, I don't even do soap on it because soap will just dry it out. Eli, I heard you get facials all the time. I mean, maybe some kind of facial. Moisturizer, scrub, water, and that's all you got. And that's it. We got you. I mean, yeah, no, not even. I literally don't even do anything. I mean, I'll do like sunscreen when I go down to the pool and stuff, but that's it. Mysterious T does live streams now. Oh, okay. What are the most relevant T drama channels you think we should know about? I mean, like if you want, like somebody who keeps up with a lot of different topics and posts videos every single day is Spill Sesh. Like if you want to make sure that you're getting as much drama content without like any extra stuff, like Spill Sesh literally puts out like drama after drama. Let me pull up her channel, and I'm pretty sure she's still posting like every day. Let's see, there's that. Can I just share this? Take this down. Okay, videos. Yeah, I mean, you can see that I've watched a decent amount of videos here. Let's see. Can I? Oop. I need to move this. Hey, you, move. Stupid thing. There we go. We can get a decent overview. So I mean, I don't watch like every single video that she puts out, but like, I mean, 10 hours ago, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so I mean, she puts out like a video every day. Covers a lot of YouTube drama, but then also covers some other celebrity drama as well, as you can see with Jeanette McCurdy, Kendall Jenner, the Kardashians, Kanye, but then other things that you might not know of depending on what type of channels that you watch, like OK Baby, Jojo Siwa. I don't know who Ryan Tran is, or Trahan, but even like the TikTok Pink Sauce. So I'm in between the T channels. The the dramas within the community. Like drama channel drama stuff. Spill Sesh is a great replacement for Def Noodles. For sure, for sure. I mean, the one thing that Def Noodles had in his content really was that he would cover like 5 or 6 topics in an 8-minute video. And I think that's why his channel blew up as fast as it did, because he covered so many different topics in a video. You could get all of your tea that happened the day before and the week before all in a couple videos. So I believe that that's why his channel blew up as much as it did. Because most people just do like one video about something. Spill Sesh will sometimes do like a weekly like recap videos where she talks about like a bunch of different stuff all in one. So you can, if you don't have a chance to watch all the other videos, you can catch up on a bunch of stuff at once. But she hasn't done like a ton of those recently, just because she's been doing like a video a day. And then she does have a podcast too. Spill Sesh is a great replacement for Def Noodles. Spill Sesh posts like every day, literally. I watch her in the morning when I drink my coffee, and she normally posts in the morning. Love Spilly. I only asked about the manscaping thing because Rich tweeted about the YouTuber who exposed Manscaped, and then Paige also made a video. I didn't see that tweet. Yes. I mean, as far as drama channel drama, like, I don't know, besides me and Tea Time, anybody else who really covers a lot of it. I mean, there could be somebody, if somebody else does, let me know. But I don't know if anybody off the top of my head anymore that covers it. Bruce, I'm gonna have to pop into your lives more often. You're so interactive. Thank you for being awesome. Oh, well, thank you, lovely bones. Thank you. I thought Rich was gonna be roasted again for making a sensitive video about Gabby. Putting up a thumbnail of her in a straitjacket. Oh my god, did he? No. Oh, yeah, he sure did. But that photo's old, right? That's like an actual photo of her from like a music video or something, isn't it? Rich. And it just says Gabby Hanna needs help. I mean, I understand the clickbait. I get the clickbait, but like, just because I understand it and I get it doesn't mean that it's okay. I mean, if that's what he wants on his channel, he's more than welcome to put it on his channel. But I mean, just like with the Nikocado avocado stuff, I mean, he did that and look what happened. I've been watching Spill Sesh, Peter Monn, Adam, I call all this for a while. Yeah, Adam McIntyre is switching up his content a little bit, and he's doing some more, like, I wouldn't call them deep dives, but like he's doing more breakdowns of, let's see here. I'll pull it up. He's doing like a bunch of breakdowns of Shane Dawson's old series. Where he's going over TanaCon, like, yeah, so just like breaking down the TanaCon series. He's going over like Frenemies episodes. He's going over the series that Shane Dawson did with Bunny. But he is he's not doing just like comedy anymore. He did like the Regina Cooney one. So he's switching up his content a little bit and doing some more like series-based things versus just doing like a basic tea stuff, which, I mean, everyone should switch up their content, just like Def Noodles is trying to do. So I mean, if something that you like is, you know, breaking down like series and videos and stuff, I mean, it's definitely something you can go check out as well. Rich has never been the most socially aware. True. Watch it. You want to watch what? Rich's video, Lex? Honestly, I don't feel like Rich... Or honestly, I feel like Rich doesn't think too deeply into drama he reports on. No, I mean, he gets a lot of facts and stories wrong sometimes in his videos. He's not wearing makeup because it's a serious video. Interesting. He just posts, yes, I've been watching Adam's series. I love that Adam, youngster, making all the points. I can't with Def Noodles. He needs some real help, in my opinion. I just think he needs to take a break and stop fighting with people. Even if he doesn't want to get off the internet and stop posting, just stop fighting with people. Because you're going to fight with people, and then people are going to fight back, and then it's just going to consume all your time and energy. And he can say all he wants, like, oh, I'm having the most fun in my life, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I fought with people on Twitter before, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It looks like a fuzzy sweater when I look closer. Okay, let's go back to... Can I just hit the back button here? Go back to Rich. I don't know if I can... Oh, you're right, yeah. It does look like a fuzzy white sweater, and she's just kind of going like this. Okay. I can't get into Adam McIntyre either. Too much fluff. I try watching his new content. There's a YouTuber that does clip breakdown, and he's funny. Nick something. I don't know who that is, Lex, but if you know, let us know. Yes, he looks like a child. I mean, well, Adam is only 20, maybe? 19? Thanks so much for being you and giving us your opinion. You're welcome, Peyton. Never had Twitter, and I don't think I want to. It seems very negative. Twitter is definitely a very negative place, that is for sure. Twitter is full of drama, Twitter is full of negativity, but Twitter is where we get all of our entertainment. So, I mean, at least Twitter's giving us something. Rich is on a whole nother level. Yeah, Rich is on his own planet. Like, Rich does what Rich wants, and Rich doesn't care. Rich is clueless, but Def is destructive. I mean, he says that he's loving this, and he's living his dream, so... Nick DiMario. Oh, yes, I have seen some of his videos, yes. I don't like an Adam change to muckers. I know he had a whole thing with Sebastian, but I still hate it. Yeah, I did a video about that and like the reaction and stuff, because then that also brought in Rich Lux and everything. And I was just like, oh my god, all of this over the word besties. And Sebastian saying that Adam wasn't nice in person, and then Adam coming back and saying, well, he's telling the story wrong. So... I mean, it was I think, God, that was like months ago, but I did like a breakdown on it. And I mean, sometimes it's hard to go through it and like share an opinion of what you think, but I don't know, I just kind of always base my reaction on what's going on with people, like when they do videos like that, based of like how their body language is, how defensive they sound in the videos, stuff like that, to see what I believe my opinion is on it. But I mean, the whole thing over like a besties comment and hanging out, and like, if you meet up with somebody who's a YouTuber and you treat them like more than just a person that you're meeting, I feel like you're always going to be let down with what the reaction is. So I don't know. like if you treat them like a celebrity and you're like so excited to meet them and stuff, I feel like you're gonna have not the best experience, but that could just be my negativity on, not really negativity, but I don't know what word I'm looking for here. My opinion on it, but whatever. I mean, you gotta keep yourself guarded to not like let yourself down for no reason. I don't know. I watched Sebastian, but the whole thing seemed very petty, or maybe a complete misunderstanding. I don't know. I put Sebastian in the same realm as Rich. I mean, yeah, and it could have been like, yeah, I'll hang out with you later, or like, oh yeah, I'll see you inside. But then, somebody takes it as I don't want to be around you, and like it's just a whole mess. Rich and Sebastian were teaming Adam's sumo wrestling style. Sebastian might be because remember Eugenia Cooney drama. Sebastian might be what? Because remember the Eugenia Cooney drama. Well, then there was that whole like VidCon Adam McIntyre Eugenia Cooney drama where Adam exposed Eugenia for being rude to him at VidCon, and she came out with a video saying I wasn't even at VidCon, so I have no idea what you're talking about. And it turned out that somebody was like cosplaying as Eugenia Cooney and pretending to be Eugenia Cooney at VidCon. And so I don't know, that whole thing was just a mess. But then he sent like the chat to Keemstar, and Keemstar went through it, and he's like basically like, yeah, Adam is correct. Like it seemed like this person was portraying to be Eugenia Cooney at VidCon. Thoughts on Trisha recently? I haven't really seen Trisha post anything recently, like dramatic wise. I don't really watch Trisha's content because the only time I ever think about Trisha is when she is involved in drama because people start tweeting about it, and then I'll go and look and see what she's doing. But I haven't really seen her too much on my timeline. Like I follow her and stuff, but I usually just scroll past things that she's posting. I know she's like 39 weeks pregnant now, so she's about to give birth to that little chicken nugget any day of the week now. So I just really haven't been too much looking into Trisha, and I'm also not that person too that, I mean, she's going through a very private thing in her life right now as well, and I don't want to be that person that starts talking about somebody and then something bad happens, Yeah, that was a wild stream. It was funny to see 36-year-old Rich Lux cry because a middle schooler Adam McIntyre brought up Rich old racism isn't illegal vid on Twitter. Oh my god, Rich is only 36. I'm older than Rich. Oh god, now I feel old. Chicken nugget made me snort out my water. You are welcome. You are welcome. I know, I need to Photoshop a picture of Trisha Paytas holding a chicken nugget and be like, oh my god, Trisha Paytas gave birth. That'll be my one and only troll. He's 37 now. Okay, yeah, so then I am still older than Rich. You guys, I'm older than Rich. I am so old. I'm so old. I need Xylee in here. Xylee's older than me. She makes me feel young. Wait, he just turned 36. Oh my god. OMG, he's not that old. What? Yeah. Def is also 37. Yes, so I am older than Def Noodles as well, too. Why did I think Rich was younger? Maybe it's the clown makeup and how he acts in videos. I don't know. I don't want to be rude or out of line, but how is Dee? I miss her. I haven't seen Dee in a while, so I don't know what's going on with Dee. I did see on Instagram, I think she posted something about like her daughter's birthday or something, but she just hasn't been posting anything. Excuse me, we are not old, sir. Yes, Natasha, you are old, but I'm not. I thought he was so much younger. I am old. No, Lex, no, you're not. Just because he acts so childish? Yeah, maybe. I'm older than Def. And online it says he's in his late 20s. Are you talking about Def Noodles in his late 20s? You're talking about Rich. I miss D too. Yeah, I miss D. Maybe she'll come back. 30s are the new 20s, 40s are the new 30s. Nobody's old. There you go, Buttercup. There you go. 100%. A 100%. And I completely agree. All right, you guys, but I think we're going to call that the end of the stream for tonight. Rich says he's in his 20s. Oh, Rich, you're lying to yourself. Hey, no shade, I'm creeping up there with y'all. No, you're good. I don't know what you're talking about, Natasha. I am 4 months younger than you. Stop lying to people. But yeah, we'll call that an end of the night. Let's see here, because I mean, I don't really want to go over like the Moist Critical Def Noodle stuff because it's all kind of basically the same thing. Obviously, if something happens in between now and then you know, we'll come back and do another live stream, but you never know. Maybe we'll have another live stream tomorrow, or what is today? Friday? Saturday? So maybe Sunday or something. I don't know. We'll have another live stream again soon. I'm sure there'll be some kind of drama to talk about. But yeah. But thank you guys all for coming to hang out and talking with me about all the drama. And I will see you guys all in the next stream. All right. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys all next time. All right. Bye.
Cracky.